is, where does electricity come from?
The earth.
Okay.
Multiple outlets in the wall. Yes. That's our final answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fossil fuels.
Cool. What kind of fossil fuels?
Natural ones.
Where does electricity come from?
Oh, okay. So there's a push for nuclear back home,
Okay.
but there's a lot of coal as well. So we've got a big coal industry in Australia. So a lot of coal.
God, I hope coal isn't one of them. But I don't know. I would guess gas, and we'll go for renewable.
Oil.
Okay.
Coal and gas.
Yeah.
Well, it can be produced through steam using coal. It can be produced by lightning. It can be produced in a variety of ways.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with my answer of the earth.
Okay.
I think I'm with power plants around. I have no idea.
You can take a guess, like a natural resource.
I don't know.
Okay.
Geothermal, wind, solar.
Okay.
Well, it comes from GE, or
Okay.
like the big electricity companies. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
I mean, it's natural, true, but we like harvest it so that we can convert it into like energy that we can use and manage, make it stable.
Energy is your slave.
Solar, wind, water.
Okay.
Oh, like coal, oil, natural gas.
Okay.
Or I guess you could use water running through a river or wind turning a turbine. Anything that can make like work.
The wires. Wires.
Okay,
Is it
but
just like a generator?
how do we produce it?
Oh, it can come from water and wind. Energy.
That is energy. Yeah, well, it can be powered by water. It can be powered by like I believe windmills. Windmills. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It could also be solar. I believe solar panels, solar energy.
Water, wind? Can you name any other sources?
Windmill
Solar.
farms? Solar. Good job. What else is there? I may be old, but I did go to school.
Can you
That's
name
all I
fossil
got.
fuels?
No, but I did do a class, so I should know what they are. But I
Natural
don't.
gas, petroleum.
Oh, good job.
Okay.
You're on it.
5%.
5%.
Less than 1.
10%.
I don't know. I'll say 10%.
I'm gonna go with 5, but it may be higher.
Okay. So it's actually, how would you feel if I told you it was less than 0.1%?
No way. That's really surprising. That's incredibly surprising.
How do you feel about that? Do you want?
Definitely, you could use more of that because solar panels. You know, we get too much sun. Well, it depends on where you are. If you're in Cali or Nevada, they could utilize all that energy from the sun because it's just there and no one's utilizing it. So we should definitely use more solar.
How many more years do you think the world will be producing and consuming oil?
I know this one. It's less than 50, I believe. I think we have less than 50 years left on oil.
500. No, 1,000 years.
1,000 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Oil?
Yes, oil.
Not a lot. Not a lot. I think it's running out.
Okay.
For a long time yet, but I do think we should be moving away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not going to last forever.
60?
Okay.
I was going to say 55. Let's say we have a good at least 50.
50 years?
30 years.
30 years?
200 years.
200 years?
I'm gonna go with at least 100. Yeah.
20 to 25 years.
Until I die at least, then we can move on to something else, but wait for me to die first.
It's a toughie.
Maybe 20?
5, 10 years, give or take, I'll say.
Okay.
10, 20?
We'll all be dead and nobody can check, so at least that many. 150, let's say 300, 400, 500.
Ugh, at least another 100.
I don't think it's going to be in my lifetime that I will see oil not be like a very significant source of our power.
I have no idea. Just a random 100 years or something like that.
They're going to continue to use it until they run out of it.
Lobbyists.
That's a good answer.
50.
15 to 20. No, because
30.
Our generation wants to fix it.
60.
So we're gonna.
So here's something that's related. What is fracking?
Oh, wait, I know what it is. It's you pump. We learned it in my macro class. You put gas into the thing and it makes it come out easier, like pure. Something like
really
that.
bad for the land.
It's bad for the, yeah, it's bad for
It destroys the land.
What is fracking?
I say that when I'm trying not to say a bad word. No idea. No idea.
It has to do with the instability of the ground, right? Or like I may be talking out of my rear end here, but like the shale layers and how they get down into it, and I don't know. It's something along those lines is what I wanted to say.
Something where you're drilling in the earth.
Yeah, and it disturbs another.
And it kills our planet.
It's basically where you pump in some sort of water solution, not water, but some sort of solution with chemicals in it, and you basically break up a geological structure to get out the oil from it.
I believe fracking involves usually some kind of trade secret chemical concoction, probably a lot of water, probably high pressure, to essentially break up the deposits underground and extract them.
Alright, so the fracking basically they send chemicals and
Yeah, they're doing it on
It's
like
really
the west
water
side.
and touch
Yeah.
that.
It's really bad, though.
It's bad. It's something. Or
That's
it's
all
like
Basically fucks up the rocks and then the gas comes out.
And boy, it's been a long time since I read anything about it, but I know it's extra bad for the environment.
It concerns me because I don't think we know what the consequences of it are, and whenever the companies, really in any field for me, fight something, even studies about a process, it raises a red flag for me. So I'm concerned about what kind of chemicals they're injecting into the ground. I'm concerned about what we do with the wastewater. I'm concerned about reports you hear that it is kind of destabilizing and creates earthquakes.
A windmill? That'd be great.
I'd vote no
In
for
the city
Austin.
itself,
I lived here
yes,
for 4 years.
definitely not.
Maybe not on the Capitol grounds. It's a historic site. I would hate to see
Okay.
a historic site actually.
Maybe not in my backyard.
If it didn't hurt anyone or anything else, I guess it would be fine.
I'd be excited about it. Go now.
I mean, it wouldn't affect me really, I don't think. I think it would be great.
Okay. You don't think they would be an eyesore or anything like that?
I mean, they would probably, but if it was keeping it energy efficient, I would say it was fine.
It depends on where, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like
Depends on where.
it would be I mean, I guess also depending on how tall it would have to be.
If it's in the engineering area, sure.
Like if they replaced J26 with a windmill, I'd be okay with it.